almost every day of our lives, but there are some roads which will stay with you, potentially in your nightmares, if you drive on them even once. So check out our list of the most dangerous roads in the world. Ashima Ohashi Bridge, Japan. Located in Japan, the Ashima Ohashi Bridge connects the cities of Matsue and Sakai Minato. We can only hope that the residents of these two cities get their brakes checked regularly, since the bridge has a gradient of 6.1% on one side and 5.1% on the other. The reason for the steep curve is the fishing boats which must pass underneath. At 144 feet tall, the actual incline isn't as steep as it comes off in the photos. In fact, seen from its side angles, it can actually look like a normal bridge. I guess that's why drivers are willing to give it a go day in and day out.
Number 6.
Karakoram Highway, Pakistan. Karakoram Highway connects Pakistan and China by passing through the Karakoram mountain range. This bad boy is not only one of the highest paved roads in the world, although on the Pakistan side it actually remains unpaved. This 745-mile journey is an adventure in its own right. Built in the 60s and 70s, yeah, it took a couple of decades, the pass goes up to 15,400 feet and was even dangerous while it was being constructed. Over 800 workers from Pakistan and over 80 from China lost their lives during its construction. Now, the most serious dangers are landslides and floods. Of course, avalanches and heavy snow aren't unheard of either, but with incredible views, including brilliant views of the renowned K2 mountain, tourists continue to battle altitude sickness to make the treacherous trip each year.
Number 5.
Youngest Road, Bolivia. Commonly called the Road of Death, it's difficult to imagine why anyone would ever travel on Bolivia's youngest road. At only 35 miles long, the road connects La Paz and Cororaico. Yet, despite its short length, it was given its frightful nickname after the Inter-American Development Bank claimed it was the world's most dangerous road back in 1995. The name doesn't seem far from the truth, with between 200 and 300 travelers on the road being killed in a given year, according to a 2006 estimate. With an over 15,000-foot descent or ascent, depending on your route, the road is used by locals in cars and trucks and often considered a bucket list trip for cyclists from overseas.
Number 4.
The Jalalabad-Kabul Highway, Afghanistan. A part of a major highway system, the Grand Trunk Road, this stretch of highway may have the highest claim on lives of them all. Yet, the exact number of deaths is unknown since most people stopped counting a long time ago, as reported by the Times' Dexter Filkins. At 95 miles in length, it's not the 1,900-foot high cliffs that cause deaths, but the reckless driving that causes cars to spin off them. Of course, road conditions do not help the situation. Although paved when originally built in 1969, the road is now best described as gravel. To put the danger of the road into perspective, the words of a fabric shop owner near the highway ring loud and clear. The fighting with the Taliban lasts only for a day or two, but the crashes are every day.
Number 3.
The Sichuan-Tibet Highway, China. China's Sichuan-Tibet Highway includes the 16,568-foot high pass, and a narrow one at that, as well as incredible views and the chance to see Tibetan villages nestled into the mountains. It's the latter that keeps tourists traveling the road despite its relative danger. At 1,330 miles in length, the stretch of highway usually takes at least 15 days to navigate safely. While opened back in 1954, the number of deaths on this road have increased sharply in recent years. For instance, deaths in 1985 were 3.9 per 100,000 and had already reached 7.6 per 100,000 in 2005. The sharp increase is likely due to the increase in cars.
Number 2.
The Leh-Manali Highway, India. Only open during the summer months, the Leh-Manali Highway spans 297 miles of the Himalayan mountains in India. With sparse access to resources and extremely volatile weather, it is recommended to bring plenty of extra fuel and prepare for the worst on this road. With mountain passes averaging over 17,000 feet, the road is actually well maintained since it holds a strategic place between China and Pakistan. This means that the Indian Army's Border Roads Organization is in charge of the road's upkeep. They make sure the snow is cleared during the summer months, for instance. Despite their support, the road is known for its serious traffic jams, difficult terrain, and, of course, plenty of landslides. Drivers on the road have remarked that seeing the results of crashes a few hundred meters down the cliff below them is a stark reminder to drive at a crawl, averaging 9 to 12 miles per hour in some spots.
Number 1.
James Dalton Highway, Alaska, USA. Built in 1974, Alaska's James Dalton Highway is 414 miles of gravel in some of the most difficult conditions in the world. To begin with, the road only has 3 villages and therefore 3 places to fuel up along its route, meaning that a jaunt on this road will include just you, your hopefully working car, and the harsh wilderness of Alaska. With a high point of 4,739 feet, the road is also known for its ability to kick up huge amounts of gravel, mud, and worst of all, dust, which reduce visibility to hazardous levels. As the road is a supply route for the Trans-Alaskan Pipeline System, drivers are warned to stay out of the way of the massive oil trucks that pass along it. Still, tourists who crave adventure have called this highway the ultimate road trip.
Subscribe for more videos.